Hi guys, welcome back to Chess the Matthew. So on this video, we will tackle about the opening, which is the so-called Roy Lopez opening. So here on this video, I will show you the new Roy Lopez opening or the Spanish game, which I'll start with the move of e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, and bishop b5. So this position, we shall reach now the Roy Lopez opening or the Spanish game. So here I will show you the new line on the Roy Lopez opening, which is actually been played in the candidates 2024 versus Hikaru Nakamura and Vidit from India. So here the black here plays knight f6. So the idea of knight f6 here is to counter an attack, for example with an attack on the e4, because here in this position this e4 has no defender, and even though the white here will grab this knight and loses his defender to this e4 pawn, but the black here can counter to grab this e4 pawn on the board. So here the white should play d3 to bring some defender to his e4 pawn, and so that the white here can now grab this knight that actually the defender of this e5 pawn, so that for example if this knight will be removed, then the white here can win a material on the e5 without losing any such pawns, for example on the e4. But here the black can simply play bishop to c5. The idea of bishop to c5 here is to have some attack on the pawn on f2, because for example if the white here will pursue to his idea, for example after grabbing the defender of the e5 pawn, but still there is a tricky move after queen to d4, in which the black here threatens to give a checkmate in one against the white, and again attacking the undefended knight on the e5. So going back on this position, the white here should not grab the knight on the c6 because of those tricks, and the white here should play c3 first to avoid any queen to d4, because after c3 it defends now the square on the d4. So later on the white here can grab this knight and next to grab this e5 pawn, but the black here can simply castle on the king side. The idea of castling on the king side is that, for example, if the white here will still pursue to his idea by trying to win some pawn on the a5 square, but after rook to e1, in which the white here should retreat his knight on the f3, but there is knight to g4 that actually puts some pressure to the f2 pawn. And if the white here will place d4, then again there is capture, and after king f1 and bishop to b6 or d6, then the black here can simply equalize the position. So for example after this position, even though the white here will castle on the king side, but still there is knight takes. The idea here is, for example after rook takes, bishop takes, king takes, there is a simple rook takes to e4, and again the white here cannot grab that rook because he will lose his queen on d1. So here in this position, after knight to a3 and rook to a8, the black here successfully equalized the material on the board. So after kingside castling a black, the white here should not pursue to his idea by winning this pawn, but rather than to play kingside castling to put his king into safety, and again defending this f2 pawn also. So after kingside castling of white, the black here should now defend his e5 pawn, because there is no tricks available for winning the a4 pawn, because the king now is on a safe square on g1. So here after d6, we shall see in this position now that the black here has another idea by pinning this knight on f3, so that the white here cannot play any further d4 push. Because here, for example, even though the white here will play d4, for example, and there is a retreat and trying to win some pawn on the e5, but for example after bishop takes, pawn takes, takes, and for example if the black here will play this move, then he will win some pawns. But there is simple move here after For example, a capture on e5, there is just a simple knight takes to e4 and all is good for black. So after the move of d6, the white here should play now h3 to avoid any bishop to g4 to pin down this knight and to not restrict the white here to play d4 later on. But after h3, the black here can now save his knight, for example, on the c6 and avoiding any double pawns on the c file. And again, this knight can actually hop to the square to g6 and again giving some pressure to the white king side later on after knight f4. And again, after this move, there is another trick by playing d5 later on to pressurize now the center on the board with d5 and the control of the knights. So after knight to e7, the white here can actually now play d4 because again this knight is not pinned by the bishop on the g4, and again this knight controls the center and defending the d4 push. But here on this position, there is a new move here on the Ruy Lopez, which all start with the move of c6. So the common moves here that actually been played is just playing a retreat his bishop to b6, and after, for example, bishop to e3, defending the d4, allowing a capture on the e4 pawn because there is bishop to d3 attacking the knight, and after a takes d4, c takes d4, d5 defending his knight, but there is knight c3, knight takes c3, b takes c3, and bishop f5 and rook to e1. We shall see in this position now that even though the black here is actually a pawn up, but the black here has actually a passive pieces, which is the bishop on b6. So it actually compensates the material deficit of the white. So after d4, c6, so this is the new move on the Ruy Lopez opening, which actually been played by Vidit from India. So after c6, attacking the bishop, although the white here can play now d takes to c5, winning now the bishop, but after the move of c takes to b5, and after c takes to d6, winning a pawn, knight to g6, defending his pawn, and again allowing this capture later on. But after queen to d3, defending this pawn, bishop to d7, defending also the b5 pawn, knight a3, pressurizing some attacks on this pawn with two attacker with only one defender. But the black here can simply play h6, avoiding any hop to this g5 square, and again allowing this pawn to be captured because there is a trap later on. For example, after knight takes to b5, bishop takes to b5, queen takes to b5, and black here can win now the pawn deficit on the board. But if the white here will be too greedy on this position by grabbing another pawn, but it is actually a trap because after rook f to b8, we shall see in this position now that the queen of the white is actually being trapped on the b7 square. So after d4, c6, the new move on the Ruy Lopez opening, Hikaru here just played bishop to d3 and avoiding the said line of capturing the bishop on c5, and just to defend his pawn on the e4, which is actually undefended. So the black here retreat his bishop first because after d takes e5, d takes e5, and knight takes to e5, we shall see in this position now that the white here is actually a pawn up. But again, as a follow-up from the c6 new move, Vidit here played an aggressive move, which is to win back the pawn by playing bishop takes to h3. So here we shall see in this position now that the material here is actually equal. And for example, if the white here will grab that bishop, but there is a simple queen to b8 attacking this knight, and if the knight here will simply play knight to c4, putting his knight into a safe square, but it is over now for the white because there is queen to g3 giving a check, and this pawn cannot grab that queen because it is actually been pinned by the bishop on b6, and after king h1, grab and check, and after king g1, knight g4, and later on the white here should have some concession whether he will surrender his queen or his king. So after bishop takes h3 and g takes to h3 and a move queen to b8, although the white here can actually equalize the position by just playing the move bishop to f4, because after bishop to c7, putting some pressure to this knight with only one defender with two attackers, and again after bishop to e3, bishop takes e5 and a move f4 attacking the bishop, and after a retreat and queen to f3, although the material here is actually equal, but the result of a capture on the h3 is putting now the position of white with 3 islands versus the 2 for the black. So going back on this position after bishop takes to h3, Hikaru Nakamura here play knight to c4 rather than to grab the bishop on h3, because for example after knight to c4, bishop to g4 saving his bishop, and again with a timely attack the queen, and after queen to c2, and again the black here save his double bishop by playing bishop to c7, but it allows here for the white to equalize the position with the move of e5, because after e5 it attacks now the defender of this h7 pawn. So after the retreat on the d7 square of the knight, but there is a capture in 7, and after king h8 and a retreat a bishop of white, and we shall see in this position now that the material here is actually equal on the board. But the black here has still an initiative after b5 by attacking the knight, and after knight to e3 and knight takes to e5, because we shall see in this position now that this knight is actually not defending the e5 pawn. So after knight takes to e4 with the b5, again the white here equalize the material on the board. So after bishop to e2, trying to have some exchanges, but there's simple f5, and again on this position there is an important move on this position, because after f4 it actually puts an upper hand to the black perspective, because it leaves now an internal weakness to the white perspective, because of the fact that after opening some diagonals on the board after f4, there is a simple move of bishop b6, and again pressurizing this knight with a pin, because later on, for example, even though there is a capture for example on this knight, but there is knight to d5, and again with two attackers and only one defender on the board. So after for example king f2 defending first, as Hikaru Nakamura been played, defending his knight first, but there is knight to d5, and again with it here for some couple of moves enables to win this position. So going back for example after here f5 and f4, this is actually a bad move for white, although the white here can actually play another moves by playing bishop takes to g4, and after f takes g4, rook d1 attacking the queen, queen e8, knight to d2, g3, trying to open some files on the board, allowing any captures to this g3. But for example after f takes g3, there is again a pressure after bishop to b6, pinning down this knight, and after knight f1 defending, knight f5 with two attackers, and again for example after queen to e4 and knight c4, queen takes e8 and rook takes to e8, and we shall see in this position now that the black here is winning a piece with a pressure on this knight on a3. So finally for example after this position, the white here should play actually knight takes to g4 to equalize, and after f takes to g4, although it opens up with the file on the rook of black on f file, but after queen to e4, queen to d5, allowing any some exchanges, knight to d2, bishop b6, queen takes and knight takes, and g3. We shall see in this position now that the white here enables to equalize the position without allowing any pressure to the e3 square. So just a recap, for example, after e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, the Ruy Lopez opening, there is a new move on this opening after knight f6, d3, bishop c5, c3, kingside castling, and after the move d6, h3, and knight to e7 with d4. After this position, there is a new move on this opening with the move of Vidit by playing c6 on the candidates 2024, and it actually puts some upper hand to the black here, because from the fact that if the white here is actually not cautious to this move, then the black here can actually accumulate some advantage. For example, after bishop d3 and b6, d takes e4, d takes e4, knight takes to e5, and after this move up, bishop takes to h3. But as we actually analyze on this video, knight c4 of Hikaru Nakamura has no problem, and after bishop to g4, queen c2, bishop to c7, e5, and again on this position there is no flaws on the white's perspective, because after the retreat it actually wins some pawn on the h7, and after king move and a retreat and b5, although the black here enables to show away this defender to this pawn, but after knight to a3, knight takes to e5 and bishop to e2, and after the move of f5, still the white here actually has no problem on this position, but only for the move of white by playing f4, in which it opens some danger to the diagonal of a7 to g1, because after f4 of Hikaru Nakamura, Vidit here actually seized that opportunity by playing b6, and after king f2 and knight to d5, pressurizing this knight, and again later on for the some couple of moves enables to win this position. So after bishop to e2 and f5, the suggestion here for the white is to play the move knight takes to g4, and after f takes to g4, the white here should go for an equality. For example, after queen to e4, pressurizing the g4 pawn, queen to d5 to stop that idea, knight to d2, but after queen to b6, trying to play g3 soon. So the white here actually should grab now the queen, and after knight takes to d5 and g3, although there is no pressure on the e3 rather than from the said variation, but again on this position there is a radical equality. So that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to subscribe.